Hi buds, welcome to my channel. My name is Megan for those of you who are new here, and if you're returning for another video, thank you guys seriously so much. I really do appreciate your support. I know this is super often that I'm uploading videos in comparison to how often I've normally done them, which has been a week at a time, and so Vlogmas has been a lot of fun, and I just appreciate everybody who's staying tuned in. So I have the pup here with me per usual for Mr. Gizmo for the Vlogmas. Him and my cat like to make appearances during the videos, so I figured I'd go ahead and make that a part of it. And I just had some coffee, so if I'm a little hyper this episode, that is why. Anyways, as you guys can tell by the title, we are going to be talking about how to de-stress during the holidays. So first, I want to ask, how many of you guys get stressed out during the holidays when this is supposed to just be a really fun time and something that we should be enjoying? Because I know I personally do. I'm somewhat of a perfectionist and I have OCD, so I do tend to get extremely stressed out during the holidays or on birthday parties or just anytime there's an event, because I like things to be perfect. I like to have these plans and I like to see them, fulfilled and all the things come true that I'm looking for. So I tend to be very stressed out during the holidays, and so this video is not just for everybody else but for me, and I hope that you guys can find some helpful tips during this video. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and just jump right into them. So the first step that I wrote it down, is just making sure you don't forget what this is about. So any holiday, even if it's Halloween, don't forget what it's about. And as far as Christmas, just because we're talking about Vlogmas, it really is about a time to be spending time with our families and enjoying ourselves. And if you're religious, this is a time to celebrate the birth of Jesus and all these things that you're supposed to remember. And we kind of tend to let them go and they go under the wind because we're so worried about making sure everything's perfect and we're getting all the gifts and we have all the food ready and we're going to make sure we're here at the right time and moving here the next time, and it can be super stressful. So I think making sure you remember exactly what the holidays are about and don't lose sight of the meaning. Don't lose sight of whatever Christmas means to you, or New Year's, or again Easter, or whatever the holiday is that you're watching this video for. Make sure you just don't forget the reason for the holidays and that you enjoy what you're doing. And a part of that is just making sure you're able to live in the moment. So don't think about what happened yesterday, don't think about what you didn't get done yesterday, and don't think about too much about what you have to do when it comes to, weeks out from now. Obviously, you do want to make sure that you have some sort of plan, and that if you're a planner like me, you're able to kind of stick with that, but don't stress entirely too much that you can't even enjoy the moment you're in right now because you're so worried about what's to come or what already happened. So number one is just making sure you can live in the moment and you do not forget what the seasons, what the holidays are about. Enjoy them. Enjoy them while you're here because you're only going to get it this one time this year. All right, number two, and this one is definitely for me, but for people out there who are like me, do not expect perfection. And that is so important because, like I've said, I'm a perfectionist, and a lot of the time when something doesn't go right or how I planned, I really get upset and I hate it because I'm just a perfectionist and that's just part of who I am, and I'm working on that, but I don't really see anything entirely too wrong with it. Anyway, not expecting perfection, because right now, especially during the holiday season, it's stressful, it's cold outside, there's so much going on. You may have family flying in, you may be going to visit, you may be hosting the holidays, and if you haven't watched the holiday video about how to de-stress and have a stressless holiday if you're the host, then make sure you check out this video. I will link it. I think it goes on this side, but if not over here, so make sure you check out that video. But there's so much going on, and if you are held to the expectation of expecting perfection and expecting everything to go right, you're going to be disappointed because it just simply isn't. So don't do that to yourself. Expect that there's going to be hiccups, and that's just a part of everyday life, and especially during the holidays when there's so many other people and so many other things that need to be done. So really be kind to yourself, be patient with yourself, and understand that mistakes are going to happen, things are going to happen, and it may not be the picture perfect idea, but that goes back to number one, and just making sure even if something goes wrong or it's out of line of what you thought, you're able to just enjoy the moment and enjoy what is in front of you. Number three is another one that I need to practice, is don't overdo yourself too much. So sometimes we have these visions and we have these ideas and we have the gifts we want to get and the food and the events we want to throw with our family and our friends and our significant other. And it's just so much, I just ran out of breath saying it. So it's a lot when you're thinking about all these visions and all the things that you want to do. And sometimes if you want to do them and you're trying to relive them, you will truly overdo yourself. And we need to avoid that, because then again, you're not able to enjoy the moments. And if you've ever been in a situation where you have been thinking too much about what's to come because you're expecting too much of yourself and you're just overbooking yourself and you're overdoing things, that you really shouldn't be doing, you can't even enjoy what's here. So one of the things that I always have to remember, and that goes back to the idea that I've talked about in one of my other videos, was I always have a budget. I have a list of people who I need to shop for as far as gifts. I have, maybe I'm hosting for the holidays, so here's the foods that I need and things like that. That way I just don't overdo myself. And when I feel myself getting overwhelmed and I'm like, oh, I'm slacking, or oh, I could buy more presents, because I've even said that this year. I'm like, man, I hate that I can't spend as much money as I typically do. That's because I have a house now. But, you know, in the past, when I didn't have a home and I was able to just buy gifts for everybody and several different gifts and everybody just enjoyed it and I was able to just give so much, it's different this year and I can't. So a lot of the time I've been hard on myself already this season and I'm like, dang, this sucks. I can't do what I want to. But I have to remind myself not to overdo myself, and you need to do the same thing, because again, it's not really what the holidays are about. And if you stress yourself out so much, you're going to break out, you're not going to get enough sleep, you're going to be miserable, and you're not going to be able to enjoy what is here, who is here, the events that you do have. So don't overbook yourself, don't overspend, don't overdo yourself at all, because you're going to drive yourself absolutely crazy. All right, number 4 is just make sure you take care of yourself, and that is always going to be a step in any of my tips or processes for any video that I ever do. And I mean that in the sense of doing what you like. You know, if you enjoy really sitting down and relaxing with your family and watching movies, then make sure you do that. If you enjoy baking, make sure you do that. Whatever the case is, because you really do need to take care of yourself, especially if you're the one hosting or you're the one who's getting stressed out about the events or the shopping. Make sure that you are really, really taking care of yourself and doing what you enjoy, so that way you can enjoy it. Also, make sure you're getting like lots of sleep. That's part of taking care of yourself. And people don't realize how a lack of sleep can really mess up not only your mentality and your spiritual being, but it can mess up your physical being. It can mess up so many things about you. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. That is part of taking care of yourself. Do that, so that way you can be refreshed, you can have a good day, and you are ready to go for the next adventure that's to come for the day. You know, again, if you enjoy sitting in a dark room and lighting candles or taking a nice long hot shower, make sure you make time for yourself. Just absolutely take care of yourself during this time. That way you are not stressed out to the point of just not wanting to do it anymore and throwing in the towel for the entire holiday season. Because again, who wants to do that? We don't need to be the Grinch. We don't need to be perfect, but make sure that you are taking care of yourself so you don't have that issue. And the last tip, so number 5 per usual, is if the plan or the thing that you are doing is not working, find another option, okay? Find another route. If the event that you wanted to throw together, everybody's canceling last minute and it sucks because you spent this time and your money, where else can you go? What else can you do to celebrate? Who else can you spend time with? Who else can you invite over? If what you're doing isn't working, find another solution, okay? Do another route, go do something else, enjoy different people. If you can't find the perfect gift that you're looking for, so for example, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I was younger, there were those little like sit and spin things that are like plastic, literally plastic, and you sit on it and you turn the wheel really fast and you just kind of spin. I don't know, I loved those things, and I was like, well, I'll get that for my daughter's big Christmas gift this year. And for some reason, it's on Amazon for like $35, and every time I go on there, it is sold out. So I said, well, let me go check to see if it's anywhere else. And I looked on places like eBay and things like that, and people are selling these things for over $100 because they're considering them classics, which is insane to me. So I'm like, darn it, and I'm just getting so frustrated that I can't find this gift. But again, that plan may not work. It's okay. Maybe it'll be here another time. Maybe I'll be able to give that gift another time. So I'm going to figure out another route. What can be her next gift? And it's the same thing for when people cancel plans. I've had a few plans with my friends and stuff that fell through. We couldn't do it for the lack of finances on our end or just time and somebody working, whatever the case was. So we replanned. We found another day. If your route is not working, you can fix it. It's not the end all. It's not the end of the world. You can still have a good time. You can still enjoy the people, maybe enjoy other people, but just make sure that you don't get so bummed out on things failing and not coming through, because it is a part of everyday life and it is a part of the holiday season. So you have to figure out another option, and it's going to be just as fun and it's going to be okay. Be positive, be happy with yourself, be happy with other people, and ultimately just be positive. Don't forget what it's about. Take care of yourself. I could go over these steps over and over again, but it is super important to make sure you do these things. That way you are not stressed out during the holiday, because you don't want to get to Christmas and then have no friends left, or you frustrated your whole family and nobody wants you to be there anymore, or you're just a sore loser and, you know, it just sucks and nobody wants to be in that moment. So you want to live for the moment, enjoy the holiday season, enjoy making the gingerbread houses and the little things that you're doing, and try not to stress too much. And I really hope that these tips help. If you have any other tips about how you can distress during the holidays, make sure you drop them in the comments. I would love to see what you guys do or any ideas you may have. And if you agree with any of the tips that I said, which one do you think helps you the most? Even if it's not during the holiday season, but just generally. Please make sure you drop your comment. And again, if you've gotten to the end of the video, if you liked the video, go back and check out some of my other videos and make sure you subscribe to the channel, guys. I would love to have you here as one of my buds and see you guys every day or every week once I go back to my normal videos. So I hope that this helped. Again, happy Vlogmas Day 9. I had some really bad technical difficulties yesterday and I could not upload my video for Vlogmas Day 8. So I think I'm technically behind one day and I'm really sorry about that. It was a complete mishap and accident. But I'm trying to stay on top of this. So that was technology, and you guys will learn technology hates me. So I will keep trying to do better. Anyways, so with that being said, I'll probably go one day after Christmas. So instead of ending on Christmas, I'll probably have one more after Christmas just so I can catch up and make sure I did all 25 days of Christmas. Alright, that is all, guys. Make sure that you remember you are so loved, you are so appreciated, you are cared for, you matter deeply, you are heard, you are seen. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.